Hello, everyone, and welcome to the third episode of the It's Getting Late podcast. We are so happy and glad that you guys are all here today. Joining me today is my co host, Paul.
How's it going, everybody?
My name's Jacob. And one thing we want to show you guys before we get started with all the fun news and TV and video game stuff is our email. So if you guys would like to get in contact with us with any type of fan theories, any news throughout the weeks, or just want to connect with us and let us know some fun stuff, email us down below at itsgettinglatepodcast@gmail.com. Alrighty, guys, with all of that down, let's get started with this. So, Star Wars has a new movie coming out in 2027 called Star Wars Starfighter. It's going to have Ryan Gosling and it's got Sean Levi as the director, and today, well not today, but a couple days ago they revealed two new casting announcements with Aaron Pierre and Amy Adams, and then they revealed a first image. Here, I'll show you guys. Just a simple black and white little picture with Ryan Gosling and not much, but just kind of maybe getting a little bit of a feel for the movie. But I don't know what you're thinking about this, Paul, but I think it's this cast for me is really starting to get star-studded with all the actors that they keep
Ye
adding to this.
Yeah, I'm feeling the same way, and Star Wars has never been about the star-studded cast. I mean, the original cast for the first movie, the trio was unknown at the time. Like Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher, I don't think they had been in any big movies before that, and Harrison Ford was in American Graffiti, but
Yeah.
that was it. And then everybody else in the cast, it was all unknowns. And I think that kinda helps you immerse yourself into the story because 'cause you're not sitting there going, "Oh, that's Ryan Gosling as that Starfighter pilot." You're just sitting there, "Oh, that's Luke Skywalker. That's who I know him as, Luke Skywalker."
Yeah. Eh
So, yeah.
I also just everything from this project, I have not been excited for. And partially is because of how bad Star Wars has been in recent years, minus Andor and a couple of the Mandalorians.
Andor,
So
Mandalorian, there's a few things here and
there's
there that
yes.
Disney Plus has put out, but at the same time, like, sitting there is like, "Okay, when did Star Wars become all TV shows?
Yeah.
Like, where are my movies?" And yeah, the last 3 movies, or at least the last 2 movies, I don't know how you felt about the sequel trilogy. I hated some of those movies, dude,
The only one I
especially
liked was
episode 9.
Force Awakens. The other
No,
2 the other
I'm
2
with
were
you.
bad. I mean, the Red Room fight scene is very good. Like that, I will give it that. I will give it props.
No,
No, you hate
no,
it?
you need to go back and watch it, because here's the issue. Those Red Room guards, when they're fighting, half the time they're doing all this unnecessary stuff, like spinning around the room,
Very
like
true.
the
Very
people are in front of them and they're like, "I'm gonna go this way." Like if you watch it again, like yes, it was a cool scene at the time. If you watch it again, you realize this is all goofy as heck. But yeah, no, I just since Disney has acquired Star Wars, they've had a lot of misses, some hits. I'm hoping that we get a good Star Wars movie. I was excited for when they announced the Rogue Squadron movie
yeah.
because
I know you were.
I
You were
wanted,
so hyped for it.
dude, I wanted a Rogue Squadron movie so bad. I've just been reading all the Rogue Squadron books that came out back in the 80s and 90s,
Yeah.
and they were amazing. So I'm like, so there's like, why can't we just have a movie about that? But we're doing Star Wars Starfighter, which I think they're kind of maybe going along the same
Yeah,
lines.
they have and they haven't revealed much about it. I
Yeah.
know I have faith in Sean Levy. Like, I have faith in him just because of how good his last 2 with Deadpool and Wolverine
Oh
and,
yeah.
uh, Fall Guy, not the one with not Fall Guy, not with, Ryan Gosling, not the Fall Guy, but Fall Guy with, Ryan Reynolds. So, yeah, he did that one. The one
That
that
wasn't
was
called Fall Guy.
what?
You're talking about the one where Ryan Reynolds is a video game character?
Yeah, which one is it not?
That's not Fall
Free
Guy.
Guy, Free Guy.
Free Guy.
Thank you, sorry. I knew it was something guy, okay. I completely blanked, but Free Guy, okay. Those
Yes,
2
yes.
movies were really good, and
They
so I
were.
I have faith in him making a good movie, but at the same time, I have not been looking forward to Star Wars stuff for a while,
A
dude.
while. No, I know, like, every time a new Star Wars show comes out, I'm like, "Have you watched it?" You're like, meh, not
Yeah,
really
like
into
I
it."
just haven't. I and to put some comparison, guys, Paul is a bigger Star Wars person than I am. Me, I like Star Wars. It's fun to watch, but I am not the biggest Star Wars person. I never have. I've enjoyed the stories, but I've also never been like, I have to go out and see everything immediately with Star Wars. So, just to put some perspective for you guys on how
Yeah.
we kind of view Star Wars. But yeah, I mean, Skeleton Crew was not bad. I don't think Skeleton Crew is bad.
It was I love some of the parts of it. It was kinda like Goonies in space almost,
Yeah.
which I like that aspect of it.
Oh, yeah.
Some of it I really, really enjoyed, and there were episodes where I'm like, "Okay, maybe we're getting back to the Star Wars that we know and love." I just that last episode, I don't know.
No,
It
and I
it
get that.
it ended very abruptly, and I'm
Yeah.
like, so there's like, "Okay, and then what happens next?" And
Yeah,
we don't
I
know.
just and with the whole Mandalorian and Grogu movie coming out next year, I'm not excited
Yeah.
for it. I'm not, dude. Mandalorian was a solid show for 2 seasons, and then the 3rd season was absolutely stupid, in my opinion, with we're gonna have clones and we're gonna just have the same bad guy. I was like, "Okay." The biggest decision that really pissed me off is we're gonna destroy the dark saber.
Oh, I know, it's like, come on, for
Really? Really?
multiple shows and multiple seasons, freaking Clone Wars, Star Wars Rebels, Mandalorian, they
It just
all
pissed
were
me
like,
off.
"The dark saber is super important, we must make sure that it's in the hands of someone who's in charge of the Mandalorians," and they're like, "And it's broken." But no.
I was so pissed, dude. I think I
I
don't
know, I know.
mind the decision with destroying the dark saber is not my problem. It's how they executed it. I don't care if
Yeah.
they would have done it, but in a badass way, in a cool way, that's fine. But they just, oh, it's broken. Oh,
Yeah, I know.
oh, you like that sword? Oh, and it's arguably the one of the coolest
Lightsabers?
yeah, one of the coolest lightsabers in the entire thing, if not the coolest one, because there's only one of them. They're
Exactly.
in existence so far in lore-wise
Right.
that we know of, there's only one of, and it's just it is very
I know.
unfortunate how they treated that, and I don't know how this movie I don't doubt that this movie is going to be good. I feel like it's going to be good in a good Star Wars movie,
Mhm.
but I feel like the IP is so damaged right now that even if
No.
Mandalorian and Grogu is good, you're still gonna have struggles getting butts and seats. You're still gonna struggle with that for this
Oh,
movie.
no, I feel you on that, especially since there's probably a lot of people who are like, "Well, yeah, I watched the Star Wars movies, but I'm not gonna go watch any of the Star Wars shows." And so when Mandalorian and Grogu come out, people are gonna be like, "Oh, I gotta watch 4.5 seasons of TV shows to know what's happening in this movie?"
And some of them are really bad, like, Boba Fett,
Book of Boba Fett, yeah,
oh
exactly.
awful, awful. The only thing that didn't suck well, I take that back. There's one thing that didn't suck, but it still sucked. I really liked that Cad Bane was in the show. I love that we finally brought him to live action, but the way that they did Cad Bane in the end was absolutely stupid. That
I
fight
know,
was awful. That awful fight. One of the worst fights I have seen, and I swear if that is the end of Cad Bane, they have wasted a character. But then
I know.
Ahsoka is fine. I wouldn't say it's better. I wouldn't say it's worse. It's just fine. Like,
And well, the Ahsoka show is kind of borrowing from, and I know you haven't read any of the books. It's borrowing from the Heir of the Empire series, which is the Thrawn
yes.
trilogy, which
Yes.
I've read all those. I've just started reading Rogue Squadron, which is they're all made in the same era,
Yeah.
but they're trying to pull some of the elements from those books but make it to where, okay, we're less focused on Luke and Leia and Han. We're more focused on all these other side characters. So I
Well,
I can I can see what they want to do with these shows and what they're probably going to do with Star Wars Starfighter, and I just don't know if they have the capability of doing that.
Yeah.
Like you said,
Well,
the brand has been damaged.
yeah, and how do you feel here's the other thing too. How do you feel? Because to me, I felt Thrawn was very threatening in Rebels. When they brought
Yes.
him over to screen, I was like, "This doesn't feel like this
Doesn't
sounds like
feel
the
like the
same
same
it
character.
doesn't feel like the same character."
No, I
Like,
know, I felt you.
I get he would've I 100% get, yes, he would've needed help getting out. He wouldn't have needed everybody that he I didn't love it. I did not love how they did Thrawn, and I was so happy that they brought I forget the actor's name, but I'm so glad that they translated
Oh,
him.
who did the voice for
Yes,
Thrawn?
it's to my knowledge, it's Mads Mikkelsen's, brother, my knowledge, if I
Lars Mikkelsen.
Lars Mikkelsen. Dude, Lars
Yes,
Mikkelsen
Lars Mikkelsen.
is so his voice, I love him as Thrawn. I hate his live action portrayal though, and I don't think it was his fault. I don't not it's
Oh,
not
no,
his
not at
fault.
all. They because Thrawn is supposed to be a huge tactical genius, like, he's always 7 steps ahead of everybody else, but it felt like in the Ahsoka show, he's just kinda sitting there like, "Oh, that happened. Okay,
Or
I
and
guess
it
I'll do this
doesn't
then."
seem like he is coming up with all of these. He
No,
was
yeah,
using the
you're right.
sisters, or he was using, Balin's skull, or he was using other people, and I was like, "That's not Thrawn." Like
Yeah,
I do believe Thrawn would have tried to, get Ahsoka and all those other people that were on the planet with him. 100% believe that. But the way that he executed, I was just like, I don't know. And I hope they pay it off, but I am getting to the point where Star Wars is just it's not enjoyable to watch at times.
I
It's
know, I
just
feel
not.
you.
And it feels more like, and this is not how movies and TV shows should be, but it starts feeling like a chore instead of
It does, yes, I am completely agree with you.
it feels like I have to watch this so I know what's going on. So,
Yes.
but anyways, guys, are you guys excited for Star Wars Starfighter? Have you guys been looking? Did you guys see the new casting announcements? Did you see the new image? Are you guys going to go see this movie day one? I mean, I'm still on the fence. I don't know. I think Paul, he's excited, but it's like, but
I need to see more, I need to see the
yeah,
trailer, I need to see more.
yeah. But anyways, guys, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Alrighty, guys. Moving on to a video game headline. Xbox and PlayStation did a little tradesies and came up with a deal for once. So if you guys don't know, earlier this week, PlayStation gave Xbox Helldivers with this new Halo collab, which by the way looks awesome.
Oh yeah,
Looks
Halo ODST, one of the
awesome.
best Halo games of all time.
Yes, and they did that, and then Xbox gave PlayStation, they gave them Gears of War Reloaded.
Yes.
And I I'm loving it because personally, me, the PlayStation guy, and you being the Xbox guy, we always are talking shit about which one's better and who's got the better exclusives. And personally, how I feel, and this is biased, but at the same time, this is just how I have felt. The games on PlayStation have been better than the games on Xbox, exclusives wise,
I would agree. I mean,
In recent years,
you
at
you
least.
guys have Spider-Man, which of course me, that's automatically gonna get me. But there's other PlayStation only
God of
games like
War,
God of War, Final
Last of Us.
Fantasy, Last of Us. Like there are some really really big titles that PlayStation has. Xbox has always been Halo, Gears of War, and maybe some other things. But even still, Halo and Gears of War have not had as big of titles as PlayStation has when it comes to the console exclusives.
Yeah, yeah. I think too something that sparked this, and I could be wrong, but the with Xbox giving PlayStation Doom Dark Ages, which that one surprised me
Mhm.
because Doom is a Xbox game.
It is. It's Bethesda Xbox, yeah.
Xbox could have said, "We're keeping this game, have fun," but Xbox was like, I think we'd make more money if we gave it to PlayStation, and I think I'm willing to bet they did because me, I bought it and I enjoyed that game. So
Mhm.
I I think it also then poses the question, like you guys see on our graphic here, and for our visual learners, it says, "Is the console war?" I mean, not visual learners, audio learners. Is the console war over? Is are we getting to a point now where PlayStation and Xbox are just going to be like, you know what, dude? We are both just trying to make it in the video game space because, dude, video games I feel like are struggling right now, especially with the stupid price raisings of
Oh my
every week.
gosh.
We've got a new game coming out, but you have to give them your second liver, which you don't have, and then you have to give them a kidney and your gallbladder. Like, it is ridiculous with the price of this game, and it's not like, dude, I remember when I was able to just I would save up my birthday monies and be able to buy a game that comes out in a couple of months. Now it's like it's really hard to get $70. Like, it is not easy to just be able to get this 70, $80 just to get it. And
No, I was about to
also,
say, like, games are almost $100 each now, which
yeah,
is
it's
ridiculous.
you've got all these bonus editions and which is fine. You spend the extra money for the bonus editions, but I I really do think that we are getting closer and closer to where PlayStation and Xbox are just gonna be like, "Hey, you want this? You want that? Go get it," because
Mm.
I think consumers are getting to the point too where the consoles are so expensive that they can't just drop $500 and get a new console with a PlayStation, or what's the cheapest Xbox is like 300 or $400, something like that?
I think it's 350 for, like, the cheapest
The
Xbox
Xbox
Series
Lite, is that what
S.
it is? S? Series S? Okay, I
Series
think
S, yeah, which
yeah.
is, like, the size of a hardcover book. I
Ex
do
yeah,
like it, that's what I have is the Series S because it's digital only, no disk drive, and I'm like
yeah,
sitting there like, "Hey, that works for me, I download all my games anyway." And
yeah,
it's small, it's portable, I throw it in my backpack whenever I go somewhere.
yeah, but people these days don't have that money. They don't have that money. Let me just drop
Yeah,
all of that. Let me just drop 350 or drop $500. And PlayStation, we were talking about it last week because we were thinking about doing the story on it. But PlayStation just increased their all digital PlayStation that was $500 to $550, and it's like, oh my gosh,
yeah.
people can't afford to buy two consoles. Also, not that the maintenance is high work on these consoles, because it's not, but at the same time, when you're wanting to go back and you can't really go back and forth between consoles. You have to just pick a console, stick with it, and then if you wanna play exclusive, just go back over, but as you've seen when you play Spider-Man, when you go over to play Spider-Man on PlayStation, you've gotta do then updates for hours
Yes,
just
because I
to be
haven't
able.
touched my X or my PlayStation in months.
Exactly, and then you also kind of feel like, "Did I just waste all this money?" You don't feel like you wasted it, but at the same time, it's like, "Okay, I spent $500 just so I could play 1 or 2 games." Like, you feel it from the outside looking in, it's like it's not stupid, but it's like, "This is ridiculous that I'd have to do that."
No, it is, and that's my thing because 'cause I've been Xbox for forever. I got an Xbox 360 when I was in middle school, so I've just stuck with Xbox because that's what my account's on. I've been using the same system, same account for years, but then, PlayStation 4 is like, "Hey, Spider-Man game coming out," and that is literally the only reason that I bought a PlayStation 4
Yeah.
was so I could play Spider-Man. I bought an entire console for 1 game. And then, "Oh, Spider-Man 2, you gotta get a PS5 now." Like
Yeah.
come on, yeah, and then by the time the next Spider-Man game comes out, it's like, "Hey, guess what? PlayStation 6." I'm just gonna be like, "You know what? At this point, no. I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait till you guys eventually give it to Xbox because I'm so
Yeah.
tired of buying a new console just to play 1 game."
Well, it also sounds like too, the new Xbox is gonna have Steam attached to it. So
Yes, that
you
is true.
yes. So that way too, I mean, the exclusives are gonna start becoming really, not heard of. I mean, the only one that's gonna have exclusives now is
Is
Nintendo,
Nintendo, yeah, but that's
but
because they're so stingy.
they're Nintendo. So,
They are Nintendo.
yeah, but Anyways, guys, what are you guys thinking about this? Are you guys, wow, you're really surprised that this trade happened? Are you guys looking forward to hopefully more collabs? Are you guys just an Xbox player? Are you just a PlayStation player? Are you neither? And you're just like, screw consoles and video gaming? Let us know in the comments below. Alrighty. So moving on, we thought we would do a new segment this week, new fun segment called Would You Rather. And I think we all know what Would You Rather is. It is pretty much we're gonna give each other two options, and then we're gonna decide from those two options, would you rather have this or would you rather have that? Pretty simple. And yeah, we thought we would add it in here today, just trying out some new things. If you guys have some would you rathers for us, email us at that email that we showed at the beginning of the show at it's getting late podcast at gmail.com. And next time we do a would you rather, your would you rather may be featured. All righty though. Starting off, our first one, would you rather have Hush or Mr. Freeze be the villain of the Batman 2? Paul, I'll
Hmm.
start it off with you.
I gotta go with Mr. Freeze, dude. Whenever I saw the first episode he appeared in the Batman animated series back in the 90s, that was like an Oscar-winning performance for that episode and for that villain. And I just
Yes,
always found Mr. Freeze to be a super interesting villain because he's a villain not for the sake of trying to make himself rich or make himself better. He's
he's trying to
trying to
save his
save his
wife.
wife.
Yeah,
So I could see him being a really cool, sympathetic villain for the new Batman movie, especially in the Matt Reeves Batman universe, because
yes,
Gotham just got flooded by the Riddler, and then we're still picking up the pieces. I could see Mr. Freeze taking advantage of that and trying to use the chaos that is happening in Gotham to make it to where he gets the money or the supplies or whatever he needs to
yes,
save his wife.
yes. I personally I love both. I'm more on the Hush side just because I think it would be really cool to do another mystery in this universe of who's stealing these
Mhm.
faces. I think that'd be really cool. I don't want them to do like what they did with the Hush Batman Hush animated thing. I don't know if you ever saw that one.
Yes, I did, where it turned out wasn't it Riddler in the
Riddler
end
it was
anyways?
Riddler. It was a very weird version of Riddler. I did not love that, but yeah, I think
Mhm.
Hush would be fun, but I think both would be great. And I mean, the reason I thought of this one was just because those have been the two rumored ones. I've heard Hush or I've heard Mr. Freeze. And so, yeah, I think I would go Hush, but I totally get why you would do the Mr. Freeze route.
Yeah, and I'd
All
be fine with either as well.
yeah. All right, moving on. Would you rather The Rock win an Oscar for The Smashing Machine or Mark Hamill win an Oscar for The Long Walk?
Mm. I do love Mark Hamill. Like I said, that's Luke Skywalker. You cannot go wrong with Luke Skywalker.
Yes. Now,
But I
prefacing these 2 guys before we start, none of these have been they neither of them have been nominated. Me and Paul have not seen The Smashing Machine or The Long Walk. We just I thought these would be 2 fun ones because from the trailers, both of them look like they've been giving rock solid performances. So,
definitely. But yeah, no, let me put it this way. I don't think that the Long Walk is going to be a good movie, but I
yeah.
don't think it is going to be nominated for any Oscars. Smashing Machine probably will.
Yeah.
Will The Rock win an Oscar? I'm not sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if he got nominated. So I'm gonna say The Rock.
Yeah, I'm gonna go The Rock too. I'm just a big Rock fan. I love Mark Hamill as well, but I just like I've told you, and like we had in our rankings last week, that is my most anticipated movie for the rest of the year. And so
Oh, for sure.
I am really excited for it. So moving on, up next we have would you rather Deadpool or Wolverine return in Avengers Doomsday?
Can I say both?
I know that's why I did this one
Oh,
because
man.
neither of them have been confirmed. And so I thought this would be a fun little one for us to do
Ooh.
if you had to have one.
That is a good question. If I had to have one, I would probably say God, I'd probably say Deadpool, and
See,
it's just because, like, I love Wolverine, I love Hugh Jackman, I just,
yep, no, I get it.
I think Deadpool is gonna be more interesting, let me put it
Yeah,
that way.
totally fair. I'm gonna go opposite with you, and I would rather have
Oh,
Wolverine. Yeah, I know,
really?
big shocker
That's
from the guy
that's
that
surprising.
loves Deadpool, and Deadpool's in my top 3 of favorite characters. The
Has
reason
a
I go
Deadpool
Wolverine
costume.
I know. I did a full cosplay of it, guys. It was really cool. I'm thinking of getting a mannequin and putting it behind me, and it'll be fun. We'll add it to the set eventually. But reason why Avengers Doomsday is not going to be rated R. It will not be rated R. And so you're going to
That's fair.
have to figure out how to make Deadpool PG-13. And I already know you're gonna have little winks at the camera of him, maybe he gets the one F word or somebody else gets the one F word and he gets mad or, something like that. I could 100% see that. But to me, I don't know if I'm going to love a Deadpool performance without him being true on Deadpool. I have never
Well, yeah,
liked Deadpool PG. I never have. When they did him in anytime he does a collaboration with another hero, big one comes out to me is in the Ultimate Spider-Man TV show. He
yes,
was a
I was thinking of that too.
he was in a couple of those, and nothing landed for me, not as a kid and not now, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I do not like it at all, and so for me, personally, Wolverine is I would personally rather have Wolverine over Deadpool because Avengers Doomsday is going to be PG-13. Now, if
PG-13.
Avengers
Yeah,
Doomsday was rated R, I'm going Deadpool. But since it's PG-13, it goes Wolverine. Okay, and our
I got
final
you.
one, what do you think? Would you rather Injustice 3 or Mortal Kombat 13 come out next?
Injustice 3, Injustice 3, Injustice 3, Injustice 3. I love Injustice. Like I play Mortal Kombat now and then, and I do love Mortal Kombat. But god dang, the Injustice games are so good.
Yeah.
I want it so bad.
Yes, I am gonna go Injustice 3 as well, because Injustice is what got me into that type of fighter, that type of video game.
Mhm.
And I really want it, and they are taking forever to have this one come out, and I don't even care if they base them like, obviously, they're based off of the comics, but I don't need them to follow the comic book lore. Like, make your own stories, like, you guys are good at making stories over there
Oh
at
yeah.
NetherRealm. You guys are great at making your stories. Just give us Justice 3. I love Mortal Kombat, but to me, and I've told you this,
Well,
Mortal Kombat 1 fell flat compared to Mortal Kombat 11, especially in the endgame content.
I agree.
The reason why I say this, guys, is in Mortal Kombat 11, the customization was massive. You could do towers and towers on end to customize your character, and you had to put hours to get all of the cosmetics for your character. You could, change the intro, you could change their outro pose, you could do a lot of things. And then Mortal Kombat 1, they pretty much took that away. And there was only
Yeah.
one cosmetic item you could really change. You couldn't change intros and outros. I didn't love it. I also am not a big fan of the cameo system. I'm not I'm not a fan of it. I don't really like it. I think it's a cool concept, but I don't love it. So, but
Well,
anyways,
so
oh wait, what's up?
Injustice 2,
Yes.
I was just gonna say Injustice 2 came out in 2017. So it's been almost 10 years.
It's probably
So hope
I'm wondering.
it's due. It's due.
I would not be surprised if we get it at least announced in 2027. At
Oh,
least
for sure.
announced in 2027, I feel like. So, But alrighty, guys, that'll wrap up our segment for Would You Rather. What did you guys like? Let us know, what you guys thought. Did you guys like the segment? Do you guys want us to keep doing more? Like I said, submit some Would You Rathers to us and we'll feature them on another episode. Let us know in the comments below. Alrighty, moving on. Speaking of Mortal Kombat,
Yep.
it got delayed. It got delayed.
Yay.
Yay! Woo! Mortal Kombat 2 got delayed after we get our first full trailer, what, a month ago?
Less than a month ago, like, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks at the most.
We get our first trailer. Yay! Nope. It's delayed till May 15th, 2026. 7-month delay. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. No.
And what's funny is we both put it in our top 5 most anticipated movies for the rest of 2025 because we're both like, "Yeah, October's gonna be great, woo!" It's like they heard us and they're like, "Nah, screw you guys."
Yeah, I don't even know what to say to it. Like it's just it sucks. And guys,
It
here's how
does.
quickly this news is fresh too. This news dropped like I think like 16 hours ago, something like that. I know that was yesterday,
Yeah.
but it dropped later yesterday afternoon. I hadn't even heard about it. I'm finishing up the graphics this morning and Paul's just like, "Did you hear Mortal Kombat 2's delayed?" I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, we've gotta add this
Yeah.
story in." So this is your bonus. This is your bonus, story for today, guys. We added a couple bonus segment. Here we go. Pop, pop, bang. But I it's so unfortunate. I hate when movies get delayed. I understand why they do, and I think this is probably I know it'll be a good change because it's not like they're doing reshoots or anything. I'm willing to bet it's with just all the post stuff because there is
Yeah,
a lot of
definitely.
CGI and effects they have to put into this movie just because of how demanding everything is, especially with if we're wanting a good fatality scene, that probably takes months to to do all the
Probably,
effects for it.
yes.
And I understand, I get it. I'm of the thought where I'm just like, dang it. I want it and I want it
Yeah.
now. And I don't want to wait because we're all impatient as movie fans. We're like, we want our movies now. But yeah, I don't let me see here because I'm trying to see if it's gonna be competing with anything. I don't know if there's gonna be a lot that it's competing with as of
Um,
right now. Let me
the only thing
pull it.
I could think of is Spider-Man: Brand
Oh,
New Day, but that comes out July 31st.
nope,
So
nope.
that's almost 2 full months.
So here's what we've got in May. The big ones that I'm reading here: The Devil Wears Prada 2,
That's getting a
and
sequel?
yeah, it's getting a sequel comes out. But here's the big one, and it comes out a week after Mortal Kombat: The Mandalorian and Grogu. That's what it's competing
Oh,
with.
well, yeah.
And I think okay, here's Mortal Kombat was not already gonna get the biggest viewership just because it's rated R. Like, you're not gonna be breaking any records, you're not gonna be
Oh,
doing anything
no.
just because of how violent it is. But I don't know if Star Wars is really going to not be a competition, not because it's not gonna make money, because I do think Mandalorian and Grogu will make money, but I don't think it's going to just because of the demographic they go for. Like, obviously, us being movie fans, we're gonna go see both movies. But the
Yes,
casual moviegoers, unless you played Mortal Kombat, you're probably not gonna go see Mortal Kombat. But Mandalorian and Grogu, you're
probably.
probably gonna go see that, like, because it's a Star Wars. Mandalorian and Grogu are both household names at this point from how popular they have been,
Oh, yeah.
especially, after COVID, like, big. So, I don't know if it has much competition there, and then Devil's Wear Prada too.
No, that's 2 entirely different demographics, but no, I am excited for Mortal Kombat 2, obviously, even if it is getting delayed, I'm hoping that it's a good delay, meaning that they're going to polish things up, make it look nice. From this, poster picture you can see here, obviously, Kung Lao is gonna be coming back,
Yes.
and probably all the other characters that quote unquote died in the first movie.
Yeah, which if they do what they did in the game, because Quan Chi will be in this movie. So, if they
Oh,
do
cool.
what they did, Quan Chi is probably just gonna do shadow versions of them, which
Probably.
fun, fun. I love the when they've
Yeah.
done the shadow arcs, they were fun. I thought in 11 in the game wise, the shadow people and then timelines we were fighting each other was cool, but it was also very convoluted and there was a lot of stuff. Still
There
fun,
was, there
but it
was.
was very hectic. It was like, oh my gosh, we are doing everything with time travel. So I I think it'll be fun though. But I do get what you're saying. I think they are doing polish work, and that's honestly for the better. I would rather them take this
Yeah.
7-month delay, even though I really want it. I would rather them take the 7-month delay, polish it up, make it look good, make it look awesome, because you can have a shitty storyline in this, but if your fights and your fatalities and the gore is awesome, the fandom will forgive you. But if your fights are garbage, your storyline is garbage, and everything is just garbage and nothing looks good, the
The
fandom will
thing that the
tear
people
you
came
apart.
for.
Yeah, the fandom
Yeah.
will tear you apart, and the movie will bomb. But it sucks, but we're looking forward to it, and we can't wait to see it in May. So, anyways, guys, what are you guys thinking? Are you
We're
guys
gonna be optimistic.
Yes, we're gonna be optimistic. Anyways, guys, what are you guys thinking about this? Are you guys, bummed? Are you guys like, well, that's how it should be? Are you guys counting down the days till May 15th? Let us know in the comments below. Alrighty, guys. Moving on to a little bit more video game news. Call of Duty. With its new Black Ops 7 trailer and announcements, and yay, it's under controversy because I wouldn't say it's
Yep.
more controversy, but it's getting a lot of backlash. And here's why it's getting a lot of backlash: it looks unoriginal. It looks like the same old, and it looks like we have taken elements from different things and we have just put it in. It does not look like a new Call of Duty. It does not look good. And additionally, what in the actual fuck is this shit around me? I'm sorry, dude. This is awful. These skins are awful. I am
Yeah,
so
no.
tired of it. As a guy that likes playing Call of Duty, and I get the monetization and I get adding these cool skins and I get it. But these are awful. Why? Why? Why am I playing as Beavis and Butthead in Call of Duty? Why? Why am I doing that? Why am I
I don't
playing as
know, dude.
American Dad? This isn't Fortnite. If Fortnite, okay. The difference between Fortnite and Call of Duty. Fortnite is a cartoonish game. Fortnite is a cartoonish game. That is the style. That is what they have announced as. That is what they have set within their rules. Call of Duty is supposed to be a military type. You're playing and you're gunning and you're running, and this is supposed to be realistic. I put big air quotes on
Yeah.
realistic. These are not what people want. This is not what they want, and they are gonna get mollywopped here in a little bit by Black Ops. I mean, not Black Ops, by Battlefield 6, because Battlefield 6 does not care about the freaking monetization of random ass skins and looking stupid. They care about, we want to immerse our players, and we're gonna have cool skins, and we're gonna have these skins, but we aren't gonna have bullshit like whatever this stuff is around me. Like, it is so frustrating. And it's like Call of Duty, all you guys care about is weapon skins and all this other garbage that nobody cares
It's
about.
it's all they're worried too much about the cosmetics and not about the game.
And it sucks. It really sucks because those past Call of Duty was not like this when it first came out.
No.
Like, Modern Warfare 2 is one of the best campaigns you could ever play. Like, and oh, they piss it away, and it upsets me, dude, because I care so much about this franchise and I
I
love
know.
playing
I
these
know you do.
games. Like, we both when Black Ops 6 came out, we were both like, "Wow, this is really fun," and we played it for about a month, and then we
Yes.
were
And we're done.
like,
Yeah. And it
it
it it had great
sucks.
potential. The story mode was great. We played that, loved it. We
The ending was
played
very weird, but
yeah,
the
but
majority of it was fun, and I loved the psychedelic mission, like,
yes,
where
yes, 100%.
that is
The
awesome.
putting zombies into the campaign, excellent.
Yeah, and they're not like the ideas are good, but they're half-baked, pulled out of the oven. You can't even freaking eat it because 'cause you're gonna get salmonella with this damn chicken. It's not cooked, and I hate it so much. Cause
Well, hold on. I might have some good news for you.
oh, okay.
So, because of the backlash from the trailer and from everybody being like, we're tired of the Beavis and Butthead and the American Dad and all these other skins that are not, the old school Call of Duty brand. So here's what they posted on the Call of Duty website about the community update for Black Ops 7. So, operators, operator skins, and weapons from Black Ops 6 will no longer carry forward to Black Ops 7. So they said it's Black Ops 7 needs to feel authentic to Call of Duty. That's why we will not be carrying forward these content into Black Ops 7. So they did listen. They're like, okay, people are not they're not happy with what we've been giving them.
Okay,
So they're
but
going to
here's
try and go back to what they wanted to be.
okay, here's my one issue. People spent money on those skins, dude.
Okay.
You can't
That's
undo that.
why no, no, no. And that's why they still will be available in Warzone.
Dude, okay, a guy that does not like Warzone, who likes my Call of Duty multiplayer and likes to just play some Nuketown or play some other or Shipment, like, I want some of my skins transferring over. And I know I'm contradicting myself here, guys. I get it. I don't want the stupid Beavis and Butthead stuff, but people spend money on those skins, and now, oh, you can't use them? That sucks. Here's what you need to do, Call of Duty. You don't fucking undo that. You don't because you've already fucked up. You already fucked up. So here's what you do moving forward. You take responsibility for it, and you don't keep doing it. You don't keep doing it. You don't do it. And what you do is if you wanna have Beavis and Butthead, you wanna have Family Guy, you wanna have all these other shows, you make them exclusive to Warzone. And you label that. You make it very clear. These are Warzone exclusives. These will not be able to you will not be able to play them in Black Ops 7 or any new Modern Warfare. You're not able to. That's how they should do this because at times, me as a guy who does not like Warzone and plays Call of Duty every year, does not like that my skin that I bought for 20 bucks, I can't use in a new installment. Like, my favorite collab that they did is The Boys. When they added Black Noir, that is my favorite
Oh, yeah.
skin that I used in Modern Warfare. I can't use it in Black Ops. I can't, and that sucks. I hate that. And I understand why different companies, all this, still Call of Duty, but different
Publishers.
publishers, thank you. Different publishers. So I understand. But I rather them just say, "Hey, we messed up and we're gonna move on and we're just not gonna keep doing it," instead of just saying, "Hey, you can't use these skins." I understand and I will take it and I'm like, "Okay, that is a move," but I'm also as a guy who buys my skins, it makes it feel irrelevant to buy anything in Call of Duty. And at this point, it's like, I what's the point of buying anything in Call of Duty? What is the point?
No,
Because
I
it's gonna be
get you.
gone.
I get you.
It's gonna be gone, and it sucks though, dude, because Call of Duty can make some cool stuff. Some of their skins are actually really cool, and I really enjoy them. Take out the collab skins. I've bought some of them. Their battle pass stuff is fun. I like some of their battle pass skins. I enjoy when they do, I think I get why people are upset about it, but when they do the I think it's called Black Cell or whatever, when you get the better
Yes.
battle pass, I understand why you're annoyed by that because that's you have to spend $40 on it. I get it. I get it, but you're also getting cooler skins. So And I like when they do the collab ones, like, they did a collab with Spawn. I love that they did that Spawn battle pass was badass, but I can't use it in other Call of Duties, and that is one thing that I've always hated, and I don't think I'm gonna be getting Black Ops 7. I don't think I should, because last time I got
Mm,
a sequel right after was Modern Warfare 2 into Modern Warfare 3, the new ones, and Modern
right.
Warfare 3 was just a reboot it was just a DLC update for $70. Also, it is ridiculous how big Call of Duty is on a console. It is
No,
ridiculous.
it's like I literally if when I had Black Ops 6 downloaded onto my Xbox Series S, because it is the digital only console, it's only got a 500 gigabyte storage.
Yeah.
So I had Fortnite and Call of Duty, and that's it. I didn't have room for any other games.
It's ridiculous. I think it's too big, and don't tell me you can't make it smaller. You can. You can make it smaller. Black Ops I keep saying Black Ops. Battlefield 6, and I know it was the beta, but the beta was only like 30 or 40 gigabytes. I think the full game is probably gonna be probably come out probably 80, but Battlefield 6 plays not similar to Call of Duty, but Battlefield 6 is within the same realm. You guys are both shooters. You guys are
Yeah.
both big time shooters, and I there's no reason your file size can't get smaller. But
I think it all depends on how much they wanna have locally on the console and how much they're gonna have on the server. And
fair, yeah,
so that's what we gotta figure out.
yeah. But anyways, guys, as you can see, I'm very passionate about it. I absolutely do not like what they're doing with Call of Duty, and I just want them to do better. And I think Battlefield 6 will boost them to get better. But, anyways, guys, are you guys hating it? Do you guys love it? Are you guys not even going to buy Call of Duty and just Battlefield 6 all the way? Let us know in the comments below. Alrighty, guys, moving on to one of our favorite weekly segments, the weekly top 5. It
Woo!
is one of our favorites and we love doing it, and we hope you guys are enjoying it. So, this week we talked a lot about video games last week, and we thought this week we would give you guys our top 5 video games. Now, by no means are these the best video games of all time. Everybody's stuff is subjective. So, this is our list, and if we would love to see your guys' lists, let us know. If you guys have any other thing that you guys would like us to rank, anything, let us know. Movies, superheroes, TV shows, like just let us know. So starting off, Paul will get you started off here.
Okie dokie.
And what do you got going on in the ranking room for this week?
So, since we're going with top 5 video games, I had to think long and hard about all
Yes.
the video games I played
Yes.
in my life, and I've played a lot. I have played a lot.
Yes.
So, I tried to go with, video games that have been very near and dear to my heart, video games that I have played multiple times on multiple different consoles. So, starting off with my honorable mention. My honorable mention for this week is Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. This game, whenever it came out, I was, like, blown away. It was an amazing Star Wars games, and I think before that, like, there was Star Wars Battlefront 2, and I played almost every single Star Wars game that's ever come out. And this one just it made you feel powerful. You had the Force, and you were not afraid to use it, and you were going around taking down stormtroopers and Wookiees and everybody, and you were just the most powerful thing in the world. So that's my honorable mention. And if that is my honorable mention, my top 5 is just even greater.
Uh,
So yeah, starting with number 5, number 5 spot is Spider-Man on PS4, which is probably surprising to some people because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. But again, that just shows you how great these other games on my list are. I was so hyped whenever this game got announced. Like I said, I went and bought a PS4 just to play this game. So obviously this game was super important to me and it's an amazing game. Anybody who's ever played the Sony Spider-Man games tells you they are just some of the best games ever that are out there. They make you feel powerful, they make you feel like you're a superhero. The story is great, the combat is great. Swinging around New York City, I have never felt that much joy since Spider-Man 2 came out on the PlayStation 2 long, long, long ago. And this one was just it was a great, great game to bring me back into the Spider-Man video game fold. Coming up at number 4, I've got Resident Evil 4, the original. The remake is good as well. I love the remake, but the remake doesn't exist unless you have the original Resident Evil 4. And this game was amazing. I played it on every single console that it got released on. I played it on PS2. I played it on the Wii. I played it when it got ported over to Xbox 360. I played it when it got ported to Xbox One. I played the VR version of this game. It is good every
How was
single
that?
time.
How was the VR version of that?
I got a little nauseous just
I
because
was gonna say,
I'm bad when it comes to VR games where you're actually moving. If I'm sitting in one spot, I'm good. But if I'm moving in a game, I get a little bit seasick. But the gameplay and the game itself was excellent. It was literally just this game, but ported over to where you're in Leon's shoes and you're looking out of his eyes, and it's great. It doesn't matter which console you play this on, this game is excellent every single time. And I played it, gosh, I've probably played this game from start to finish at least 40 times,
oh, I
which
knew when it came out with the remake, I knew I wasn't gonna see you for a couple days. Like
yeah, no, I played the remake. I think I played the remake from start to finish 10 times already, and that's just
like,
on one console.
just to put this in context, guys, me and Paul every week went and saw a movie. Every week when we lived in the same state, we saw movies, and that went on for 5 years. We went and saw movies every single week pretty much, and I knew when it was coming out, I was like, "Well, we're not gonna go see a movie this week, Paul. Me and Paul are gonna be
Nope.
in our rooms playing this game." So,
Yes, so, like, that the remake is that good, the original even better. So, Resident Evil 4, I I can't even begin to tell you how much I love this game. Alright, moving on. Number 3, Sonic Adventure 2. This game, yeah, I spent hours and hours playing this game. It was so much fun, and I love this is the game that introduced Shadow, so, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, the movie, just came out last year, I believe, and this is the game that that movie got most of its inspiration from. You've got Shadow, you've got Dr. Gerald Robotnik, you've got the whole moon base and everything, and it was just an excellent game. You played as the heroes, you played as the villains, then they joined forces in the end to fight an even bigger threat. And every character plays differently. Sonic and Shadow were the speed demons, so they were the running levels. When you played as Tails or Robotnik, you're in a giant robot mech blowing up stuff. And then Knuckles and Rouge the Bat, sorry. Their levels were like treasure hunting where you're like stuck in a big room and it's like, all right, there's three master emeralds that you need to find. Go find them. Those weren't always my favorite levels in the game, but sometimes the music in those levels, oh, excellent. The game itself, though, obviously an excellent game. It's in my top three. Sonic Adventure 2. All right, my top two. Another Spider Man game. This is the Spider Man game that came out for the PlayStation 1 in the year 2000. I would not be surprised if this is the game that caused me to love Spider-Man. I I could not tell you how amazing this game is. It felt like a comic book, like each different level was a different comic book, and the story just kept ramping up and ramping up and ramping up, adding more villains, adding other heroes. Human Torch was in the game, Black Cat, Daredevil. It was everything that you could wish for in a Spider-Man game. And obviously, being from the era that it's from, the graphics are not the best. I mean, you go look at it now and you're like, this looks like dog water. But at the time, it was amazing. and it was just a fun game. And like I said, it's probably one of the reasons that I love Spider-Man so much. This game and the 1994 animated series, that is what got me into Spider-Man. And then it just built up from there. But if yeah, Jacob, have you ever played this game before? Or have you ever seen this game before?
I have seen the game, but I have never played it. It was
Okay.
before my time.
Yes, definitely. Well, if you can find a port, I know that there's ports for PC. I don't know if there's a port for console, but if you could find a port and play it, you will thank me because Spider-Man 2018, it definitely steals some of the tips that you would get
Mhm.
from Spider-Man 2000. But yes, there's my number 2 game. And my number 1 game, Life is Strange. Which is probably kinda surprising considering all the other games on my list are, like, action-based games, horror-based, superhero. This is, from out of left field, the most different game on my list. But when I tell you that this is my favorite game of all time, I am not joking because I got the shirt from the game right here. This is the most emotional, story-driven game I've ever played, and when I played this game, I bawled. I literally sobbed and bawled for probably an hour when I got to the end of the game. And I just fell in love with the characters. I fell in love with Max. I fell in love with Chloe, everybody else in the game. The the way that the game is, it's a story-driven game, so you make choices and those choices affect how everybody reacts and how everybody treats you later on in the game. Kind of like Until Dawn, the different choices you make in that game. But the trick with this game, or the special thing about this game, the main character, Max, that you play as, has the ability to rewind time. So if you make a choice and you're like, I didn't like that choice, you could rewind time and then make a different choice. And then that just helped make the game even better. And the entire series, I've loved the entire series that I've played every single game, and it all started here. Life is Strange is my number 1 favorite game of all time.
Gotcha. So, summing it up again, what is your full list?
So starting off, my honorable mention was Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, made you powerful. Spider-Man 2018, love Spider-Man. Resident Evil 4, can't beat the zombies. Number 3 was Sonic Adventure 2, gotta go fast. Number 2, Spider-Man from the year 2000. And number 1, Life is Strange.
All right, guys. So now that was Paul's list. So moving on over to my list, there is going to be some big differences. Okay, reason why is because, like I've said, me and Paul, there. If you guys haven't figured it out, there's a little bit of an age gap between me and Paul. I am in the younger generation of gaming, and Paul is a little bit in the older generation of gaming. So you guys are going to see that there is a difference. So, anyways, starting off, and I get it. I am gonna get some slack for this one, and I don't care. But my honorable mention for my favorite, my top 5 games of all time, my honorable mention is Fortnite. Guys, give me all the shit you want in the comments. Everything. Load it up. I don't care. Fortnite is the game that made me fall in love with gaming as in live service games and stuff like that. Fortnite was the first shooter I ever played. Fortnite is the game that had me hooked and had me playing over and over and over. Fortnite is the reason that this probably is it's there are multiple reasons why I love doing content creation besides just this podcast, but also my YouTube channel. But Fortnite is one of the key reasons that I have just loved what I'm doing, love why I am doing this. It's made me choose so many different paths in my life, and it's really weird. It's like you think a game would do that, but like the connections I have made with people through a game, like guys, there was no way from when I did not live here with my family and was in the same area as my family that I could really communicate with people. I play with my aunt and uncle not every night, but we play probably once or twice a week. Like, and that was the way that I could connect with them and still talk to them without having to be on a phone, without having to do any of this. I was able to do stuff like that. Paul, guys, the way one of the ways I would communicate with Paul was I wouldn't call Paul up. I would text him and be like, "Hey, you want to get on Fortnite?" And we would play Fortnite. Like that, it was a
Oh yeah.
way that it wasn't just, oh, you're shooting people as a rabbit and there's a bunch of bugs around. No, no. I made connections with people and I have connections with people because of this game. And this game is so many reasons why I am wanting to be a content creator and why I'm working on it and why I am what I'm doing. Like I could go on how many things Fortnite has done for me, but Fortnite, that is why it is my honorable mention. So love it, but yes. So moving on to number 5, I've got Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 7 was the first Resident Evil game I played. And I am not the biggest horror game person, not because I don't like the story, but because horror games, I fucking hate jump scares, and horror games are great at jump scares. And they are like, you can get a jump scare in a movie when you're locked into somebody. Jump scares in a Resident Evil game and other games, you don't even realize because you are so locked in and playing the character, and the thing with a jump scare is you're not expecting it, and I feel video games do that better than movies, because you're so focused on getting this item or walking to this location, and then all of a sudden, "Ha!" And it Resident Evil 7 was also very creepy, and I loved it. There's one thing I hate about it, the boat section, but I don't play past the boat section anymore. So, it's an awesome game, I just don't play the boat section. I know you're like, "Well, how is it on your top 5 if there's one thing that you hate?" Because everything else was great. Everything else was great. I also love how in this game, every single person of the Baker family is a different type of horror. You have the dad who's a slasher type killer, and he's stalking you in the house, which is awesome. Then you have the mom who is a body horror, which is absolutely creepy and disgusting. And then you have the son who is psychological, and it is a great game, and it was what made me love the Resident Evil series and made me keep playing them, and just an amazing game. And I love the atmosphere that you get stuck in a tiny little house being stuck in there. So that is why Resident Evil 7 is my number 5. Moving on to number 4, I have Wii Sports, mainly Wii Resort. This is a game that I played as a kid over and over and over and over and over. It was the first video game I remember playing. It was the first video game I ever remember playing, and I loved it. I loved it. I would go over to my grandfather's, and me and him would play this game. We would play this game for hours on end, and we would just be laughing our asses off at some of the shit we would do in this game, and it is so much fun. It is so much fun, and I go back and play this game. I play these games constantly. Like, I love the Wii. The Wii Sports was just amazing, and I loved it, and I hope that Switch 2 comes out with a better sports, because Nintendo Switch Sports was very okay, and I hope they make a better Nintendo Switch Sports 2. I really, because I love this game, and I loved it. Everything from bowling to boxing to sword fighting to dogfight to baseball to golf. Like they were all just so much fun to play, and it felt like every time I picked up the controller and picked a different one, I was replaying the game again and playing a new game. And there was so much selection, and it was a complete game, and I love it. So yes,
I got a
moving
question for you
on.
about Wii Sports
Yeah.
before you move on. So,
Yeah.
whenever you played the tennis or the baseball games,
Mhm.
did you actually like do the full swing, or were you like me and you just did heh heh heh?
Depended on the game. Baseball, me and my grandfather would play baseball. Like, we had a character at his house where we started at 0 and we played throughout the entire thing. and we were into it. The pitching, not so much, because pitching, we figured out that in pitching with that game, it doesn't matter how fast you're throwing it this way, it all depends
Right.
on how quickly you're flicking it. And so we
Yes.
realized that was the rotation on the baseball. So that's how we would play baseball. But when we were actually batting on baseball, no, we were in the batter's box. We
Nice.
were ready to swing. And yeah, baseball was probably my favorite one. Um, I also really liked boxing, but my problem with boxing is we would wake up the next morning and our arms would just be dead because
Yes,
we
yes.
would be boxing, and boxing is a workout. Oh my gosh, you don't realize how much, like, just the Wii box, I'm like, "Oh my gosh." Like,
It's
my
I mean,
arms
that
are
that
fried.
was part of it. They wanted to get you to work out and not realize that, "Oh, you're just playing a video game." Nope, you're doing exercise.
It was fun. It was fun, though.
Yeah,
So, yeah, Wii Sports as my number 4. Alright, moving on, my number 3, we have Spider-Man 2018, and this game this is the only similarity that me and Paul really have on our list, but this game was just amazing. I love it. I am so excited for Spider-Man 3, and it made me just fall in love with the Insomniac kind of branch, and I'm excited for Wolverine. We did a rant about it a couple weeks about Wolverine, but um I just love it. I loved that narratively we didn't have to do the whole Peter Parker origin story again because we we don't need it. Everybody knows his origin. And so we could just jump in and we got the Sinister Six, and the Sinister Six was awesome. Some of those versions of those characters are the best version of the character that we have ever gotten.
oh,
Like,
for sure.
big one, Scorpion. That is probably the best version we have gotten of Scorpion, not only look-wise, but I feel like character-wise too. Like, I love Scorpion in that. I loved, who's another? I like Electro was really good. I loved Electro.
Mhm.
Rhino, I love because Rhino has always, in my opinion, they Spider-Man lore has always struggled with having Rhino not look menacing, but not look cartoonish in ways. You've struggled with that in the modern era of Rhino and
Right.
how to do his lore. And I felt they did his lore perfectly in this game, where it's like, oh yeah, he got in a suit and then completely got stuck in it, but this suit was like a battle armor mech suit. So it's like, okay, we've now mixed how his suit's kinda like a mech suit, but then we've also then made it to where it's how his, comic origins are, where he puts on a suit and gets stuck. So, I love how they did Rhino. Um, just, Mr. Negative, you really a character that not a whole lot of people didn't really know about because he was fairly new when this game came out, and you bring light to Mr. Negative, and it was just so cool, and just narratives, and it set up Spider-Man 2. So I love this game, and this game was very enjoyable, and I hope that they're able to tie up the entire saga in a couple years with a nice little bow, spider bow on Spider-Man 3. So yeah.
Spider-Bro.
So anyways, moving on to my number 2 game, I have Elden Ring. I love Elden Ring. I love Elden Ring. I
I
could
know,
play that.
you've told
I
me multiple times to download it.
Dude, I could play that game for hours. I could play that game for I love Elden Ring, the story of Elden Ring, the characters in Elden Ring, everything in Elden Ring. It is a fantastic game. And it is the only Soulsborne game that I have actually completed. It is the only one I've completed. I have not completed the other ones. I've tried other ones, but it's the only one I've completed. And I think it is because of the world it's in. I love the world it's in. I love the mechanics of the game. It's it's so satisfying. It is by far the most satisfying game because these bosses are so difficult, and I cannot stress that enough. Some of these bosses made me lose my mind, but when I finally beat them, it was like, "Oh, thank God." I there was at one point, I had spent 4 hours in one night going against one boss, and it was Margit, but it was Margit when you get to the tree right before when he's blocking the entrance and he gets his badass sword. I was probably on that fight for 4 hours. I was really struggling to get the mechanics down, and I was on it for 4 hours, and I was just grinding and grinding it out, and I finally got it, and you just oh, yes! And it's so satisfying. I also just it is the most immersive world I have been in. The world is I've been the most immersed in that world, and it has helped me through certain times as well in life. I tend to play this game when I've had people pass away in my family, and so it really has helped me, and I won't go deep into it, but I've pretty much in the last 5 years have had somebody important in my life pass away every single year, and so I pop this game out probably once a year and play it for probably 2 or 3 weeks strongly. Um, just because I get through it. Now I know this game came out in 22 and the game's only 3 years old, but like I said, I still pop it out and it's a great game, and if anybody is like, "I want a deep story, but I also want a challenging game," I say Elden Ring. So, yeah. Elden Ring number 2. And then number 1, it's my favorite game of all time. It's the game I've probably played the most besides Fortnite, and it's Batman Arkham Knight. This is the f Besides the Wii, this is the 2nd game that I recall ever playing. It's awesome. I this Batman game this is Batman game is just awesome. It's what the Spider-Man game is to Marvel. Like, it
Oh,
is an
definitely.
amazing game, and Arkham Knight, I know that it's like, "Oh, well," people are like, "Well, Arkham City's better." And I get that, but also weird thing, I played Batman Arkham series, I played it backwards. So, I got Arkham Knight first, then I got Arkham City, then I got Arkham Asylum, and then I got Origins. So, I played the entire series backwards. I did not do that on purpose. Pretty much the story behind it is I went into a GameStop with my dad when I was, like, 11 or 12. The game had been out for, like, a couple years, and I we were looking for cool games, and they're like, "Oh, there's this cool Batman game," and I was like, "Batman? Yes." And we got it. And as you guys know, this game is rated M. My mom was pissed at my dad. My mom was like, "You let him get a rated M game and you're letting him play it and da 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 da." I was like, "Mom, it's okay. They're not doing much." Like the whole reason it's rated M is because you have some dark stuff in there at times,
Oh, yes, there is.
you know exactly what scene I'm talking about with the Jokers. I'm not
Mhm.
gonna say it because I don't want us to get in trouble, but the Jokers, dude, oh, the way that scene ends is pretty dark. But
It's pretty brutal.
I love it. I love that they were able to make Scarecrow so they put a Scarecrow who's usually not been a big threatening character. Yeah, he's got his fear toxin, whatever, but they made him the threatening character, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, this is he lives up to his name." And then as much as people trash on it and they're like, "Well, it's just Red Hood." I love the Red Hood twist on it. I love that they were able to put their own spin on it. And personally, this is just me. I think the Arkham Knight suit is cooler than Red Hood. Like looking wise. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Like Under the Red Hood is still really good, but Arkham Knight, the way he looks is very cool, and I love the way they executed it. So I it's my favorite game. I play it once a year and I just love it. So moving through it though, my honorable mention was Fortnite, number 5, Resident Evil 7, number 4, Wii Sports Resort, number 3, Spider-Man 2018, number 2, Elden Ring, and number 1, Batman Arkham Knight. So will do it though for our weekly ranking. What did you guys think about it? Did you guys love our rankings? Did you guys hate it? Is there any of our games that is on your top 5 list of video games? Let us know your ranking in the comments below. Alrighty, guys. Moving on through our next topic, we've got K-pop Demon Hunters. So, and its box office. So, I had been hearing about this game. I mean, not this game. I've been hearing about this movie for a while, and how big it was taking people by storm. And I was like, it's just a little movie, Watched it. I was like, oh, this isn't too bad. The songs are catchy. I could see how people like this. And then Netflix out of nowhere was like, hey, we're gonna drop this in theaters for one weekend and go see it. And it was crazy the response it was getting. It was selling out theaters. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
wow, there is a big
I
response to
I
this."
I didn't get to go. My theaters were sold out. I didn't get to go.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then I was like, "Okay, so let's see how the box office turns out." And it did pretty good. It was number 1 at the box office last weekend. Granted, there wasn't much going. I don't think it was competing with anything last weekend.
Um, Nothing new came out last weekend, but in theaters there was still Nobody 2,
Yeah.
there was still Weapons, like all the movies that we talked about the last couple weeks.
Yeah, so
But
yeah,
even still,
and I think what it ended up the final number came out to, like, 20,000,000 for it?
yes, so I got it right here. It made 18 to 20 million. Like
Yeah.
I'm assuming they don't have the final numbers yet, but yeah, 18 to 20 million in just one weekend, which is insanity. But
Insane
I got
for a
some.
Netflix movie too.
No, exactly, but I got some numbers for you here that are gonna blow your mind.
Alright.
So, on Netflix, it became the most watched movie on Netflix with over 236 million views, which is crazy. 4 of the songs, were on the Billboard Top 100 in the top 10.
Oh my
In the
gosh.
top 10.
Which is crazy because for K-pop, like, K-pop is growing, but over in America still, it's not like, "Oh, we're 100% all accepting it still." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
it's not it's unless it's BTS, which are they BTS is K-pop, correct? I just wanna make sure that
Yes.
I've got it.
Yes, that is
Okay.
correct.
Unless it's BTS, people really don't give a shit about K-pop here. Like, it's a truth, and it's just crazy that is the truth. Anyways, you got any more? Or is
Oh,
that
yes. So, here's the thing. So this was a Sony Pictures animation
Oh,
production.
yes. This is also crazy.
So they basically gave it to Netflix for a song. They're like, yeah, we spent $100 million making it, but you know what? We'll take 20 million. If you guys give us 20 million for the movie, we'll let you have it." And then it freaking blew up on Netflix, making so much money. And then they're like, "Hey, let's release it in theaters. Let's get our $20 million back." So, and now Netflix is basically in charge of what has the capability of making a multi-billion-dollar franchise. Sequel already in talks. Video
Yeah.
game, different developers are fighting to make a K-pop Demon Hunters video game. And then plus, think of all the money that they're making just from the music being on Spotify. Having 4 songs in the top 10 of the Billboard Top
Oh,
100
yeah.
has never been done before by any artist ever.
Yeah,
So,
because artists, when they release their music, they release them in singles periodically, and then they
mhm,
release their albums, so
and
they
then they
don't.
released the album.
Yeah, so it's like their singles, they may have 3 or 4 singles that were number 1 periodically, but they don't release them all at once because they wanna hype up that album. Here, it was like it's a movie, so you just release it. So, it is interesting. The one thing that I am cautious of with all these sequels and all of the things that they're wanting to do, this I don't care. Good. I'm glad you guys are doing something because you should capitalize on this. Are you gonna be able to deliver? When you come back in a couple years with K-pop Demon Hunters 2 or the spinoff. That is the big thing because I personally believe that if they do not bring back the exact same team, this isn't gonna happen. This is not gonna happen. This is not gonna happen, and it's not gonna go
No,
well
yeah, I
if they don't
agree.
bring back the you have to bring back the exact same team, and you have to pay this team because you wanna know what they're gonna want now? They're gonna want some money. They're gonna be like, we made a good
Oh,
movie,
yeah, it's like,
and
"Hey, we just made the number
you
1
guys are gonna be
Netflix movie
stupid
of
if you
all
don't release
time."
this in theaters. We want the movie. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
anyways, guys, what are you guys thinking about this? Do you guys love K-pop Demon Hunters? Do you guys hate K-pop Demon Hunters? I can't imagine many hating, but if you do, like, let us know. But you know, Are you guys excited for these announced sequels? Are you guys excited to see the video games? Are you counting down the days till K-pop Demon Hunters 2? Are you just watching this on repeat? Did you go see it in the theaters? Let us know in the comments below. Alrighty, guys. So for our final topic, we are going to be getting into spoilers. Spoilers for Peacemaker episode 2. Every spoilery detail about Peacemaker episode 2 of season 2. We're going to do it. We're going to give you guys another 10 seconds. Okay, you're okay with all the spoilers. So let's get this rolling here.
That was a
I
quick
think it
10
was a good.
seconds.
Yeah, it was a quick 10 seconds. I didn't count it down exactly. That was maybe more 5. I maybe divided that 10 by 2. But anyways, episode 2, good but not great. I don't think it was as good as the first episode.
Well, I think part of that is because there wasn't a lot of action scenes happening in this episode. There was the Eagly defending the house scene,
Which I
but
was
other
so
than that,
worried
it
they were
was
gonna
more
kill
of
him.
a oh no, I was the same way. I'm like, I swear to God, if they kill Eagly, I
Do
might
not kill
riot.
Eagly. Do not fucking kill Eagly.
No,
There are
for real.
there are creatures you do not fucking kill, and you do not kill Eagly. God damn it, do not kill Eagly. I was very
But no,
worried.
that fight scene, yeah, that fight scene was excellent. He Eagly was a badass, took out all those guys. But then most of the rest of the episode was all emotionally driven. It was very dialogue and conversation. So I understand like not enjoying this episode as much as the previous one, but I think what this does, it is setting up the next episode or the possibly the next couple of episodes to be probably some of the best episodes
Yes,
that we've seen.
yes, because you see how Peacemaker in this other Earth probably broke up with, Harcourt, and so
Harcourt.
yeah, and so he's now having to figure that out with her and trying to get her back in this universe as well, but it seems interesting. I'm wondering how they're gonna go with this because also James Gunn has said that there is a good amount of big cameos in this as well, and so I'm wondering, I'm like, "Hmm, I'm wondering when these cameos because I feel like they're gonna be big bombs. These are gonna be big bombs that are gonna be dropped with these cameos, and people are gonna be jaws on the floor. So I'm wondering how they're gonna do these, but
Oh, for
it
sure.
is interesting um how they did it. I really liked the party scene that they had. That was nice. Uh they they burned up the body this episode. Like I said, there was a lot more. We're setting things up for later. Like, we're gonna clean up some
Yes.
stuff. We're gonna push some stuff under the rug, make our house look nice so that when everybody comes over, we've got a nice thing setting up. We've got something set up for you guys. So I think I I really if I don't remember a whole lot of narrative. The big thing, I mean, just with Economos just not really telling anybody that he's watching over Chris.
That
That
he's
oh my god,
well, okay,
that
so
bird blindness dude too.
yeah, Tim Meadows. That's what I was gonna talk about. Tim Meadows, great addition to the season. He's playing Agent Langston Fleury.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
so funny. Tim Meadows is hilarious. And he's like trying to shoot it, like, I can't tell how big it is.
I was like, "Are you
It's so
fucking
good.
kidding me?" It was like, "This is so." And then when he's naming them all down, I'm like, "These names are getting worse and worse." And
All right, Tits McGee. It's like what? It was yeah, it was pretty bad, but you could tell so that's the character that he's gonna be the "I'm cooler than you, so I'm gonna make fun of you" type character, but in actuality, he's probably the loser of the group, which Tim Meadows can play that perfectly. But so I wanted to talk about do you know how and you're gonna hate this, Jacob. Do you know how in movies, whenever we're watching a movie, and then because I've watched so many movies, I know what's gonna happen next, and I spoil it for
don't
you before it even
don't
happens.
don't do it. I hate you already.
I
I
I
already
just
hate.
I just wanna make a couple predictions,
Okay, that's fine.
alright?
That's fine.
I I don't know if this is gonna happen. I don't know. But
Yeah.
I am just thinking based on what we've seen so far, my predictions. So Peacemaker's gonna go to this other universe. He's gonna try and basically assume the life of his doppelganger.
Yes.
And while he's gone, everybody in the main universe is gonna be like, "Yo, where's Chris? Where'd he go?" And I bet, even though Harcourt is, doing everything she can to push him away, she's gonna be the one that gets everybody together, builds the team, and goes and invades this other dimension to try and get him back.
That's gonna be weird,
And
double dipping with the same person.
exactly that's the thing. And she's gonna catch him with her doppelganger over there, which is gonna cause all sorts of crap for sure. But I also think in the other dimension, once they figure out that this is not their Chris, this is a fake, they are going to assemble their Justice Gang or their Justice League or whoever to chase him down. And it's going to cause the two dimensions to be at war with each other. Uh, Mr. Or the new head of Argus, who is Rick Flag Sr., he is obviously trying to chase down Peacemaker because Peacemaker killed his son, Rick Flag Jr.
Mhm.
I think that it's going to come to a head where the two dimensions are basically going to be almost at war with each other, and Rick Flag Sr. is going to have to put aside his differences with Peacemaker so that he can assemble Argus and stop the threat of the other dimension. At least that's my predictions. Whether or not this all happens, we don't know yet, but that's just what I'm thinking might
Here
happen.
is another thing too that I love those. I'm thinking here too. 2 for you. They've been bringing up a lot of
Mhm.
Batman cities. They bring up Bloodhaven in the first episode, and they bring up
They
Gotham
did.
in the second episode. And I know these are just
Very
teases, but it
true.
makes me think as a fan, I was like, "Are you going to tease a Robin or a Nightwing, or are you going to show us a Batman?" Like, I am I am wondering. It would be really cool. I don't know if they will, but it'd be interesting. Another thing too, I got to put this one, not Justice Gang. What if it's the Justice Society? I think that's what they are with Ultraman,
Oh,
and you've
yeah?
got Owl
Or
is it
no,
Owlman? Not Justice Society. I know it's not Justice Society.
that's not no, that's the crime syndicate.
Crime Syndicate, thank you. Okay, because I was like, there's so many freaking Justice Society was Justice League before they became Justice League. So, okay, thank you. So,
Correct.
yes, so I'm wondering you could do that as well, and then you have Ultraman, like true Ultraman, like actual full on
Mhm.
Ultraman. It is David Cornsweat in the Ultraman suit. I don't know if I don't know. Maybe they do that. Maybe they don't do that, or just
It'd be
piecing
interesting.
off of your Justice Gang thing. So I
Mhm.
it is interesting. It is it is interesting, and it keeps you on your toes wondering. But I
For sure.
do understand, and I do think this next episode we are going to get a lot more things, a lot more setting up, and a lot more payoff compared to uh
The
the
second
what
episode.
yeah, I think we're gonna get a lot more payoff. And I'm enjoying it, dude. Peacemaker is
Oh,
just a
yeah.
good show, and I love John Cena as I not only as a wrestler, like for you guys will learn that I enjoy wrestling and I like John Cena as a wrestler, but I also just I like John Cena as an actor. He's a good actor. Like
Yes.
and the difference from him playing Peacemaker in season 1 and Suicide Squad to now is you can see it. Especially with the scenes where he goes and he's with his brother and his dad. You're just like, this is great. He is doing great work, and I'm enjoying it. And James Gunn doesn't really let me down. I haven't seen a James Gunn project that I don't like. So,
No, I feel the same way. One more thing I wanna talk
mhm.
about. So, we were talking about how, Economos, like, how he's spying on Chris, and it
Yes.
kinda seems like nobody else in the team knows that he's doing that.
Yeah.
I think there was, like, a little bit of a slip that I think, Peacemaker and, Adebayo gave whenever they were talking earlier, because Adebayo's got up the phone with the picture that Economos sent her of Chris's like little dimensional
Yes,
closet.
yes.
So there's that, but I also think like they were talking about like, oh hey, Rick Flag Senior's got you under surveillance, and then they're like, oh, I wonder who's surveilling me. The way that they said that made it sound like they know Economos is watching Chris, but they're pretending that they don't know. Whenever he shows up at the party, they're like, oh, it's my man Economos. Haven't seen you in forever. I feel like they know, and I think that what they're trying to do is they're probably, like, trying to, like, catch him in a trap or something. I don't know. It felt
Trap Economos or
a little
Argus
bit
in a trap?
off. Either one.
Yeah,
They might
I
trap
am
Economos and make him flip on Argus.
yeah, I think it's more that, but I also don't think trap is such a not a harsh word, but do you get what I'm saying? I don't feel like even if
No, no,
Economos
yeah, I
comes
get you. It's
out
like
yeah, yeah, I just don't know.
like,
I
they're
like
not gonna,
Argus'
like,
thing.
straight up capture him or kidnap him,
Oh, yeah,
but
no.
I feel like they're gonna be like, "Hey, we know what you're doing. I thought we were friends, bro. 11th Street kids, what the heck?"
Yeah, I think it'll work out in the end, though. I definitely do think that Economos will just stop working with Argus in the end, or
Mhm.
frick, dude, maybe they spin it on his head and he becomes head of Argus at the end. I could see that too,
That'd be interesting.
and he gives everyone their jobs back. I could see that. I could definitely see
That would
that
be
as
cool.
well. So,
Look
anyways,
at you
guys,
predicting the end of the show.
predict I mean, hey, I'm trying. I am trying and we're going to see where it leads. I mean, it's entertaining. I love the characters and I am excited to see where they go with it. But anyways, guys, what do you guys think of the new episode of Peacemaker? Have you guys been loving it? Have you guys hated it? Have you guys even seen it yet? Let us know in the comments below. Alrighty, guys. Well, it's getting late. So, with that all being said, guys, we are going to wrap it up. And one last time, if you guys have anything you guys want to email us or anything you guys want to talk about, anything at all, email us down below at itsgettinglatepodcast@gmail.com. Well, guys, from us over here at It's Getting Late, my name's Jacob,
I'm Paul.
and we will see you guys next week. Have a great week, everyone.